This is how Pink Panda gave our client the confidence to reach £5 a month revenue. This all began with the start of the process when you work with Pink Panda. So at Pink Panda, we have a conversation that does a deep dive into you, the business owner, and your business. We want to know where the business is and where you want to go to with it, and see how through content we can create the stepping stones to get you to that point. And that isn't always an easy conversation. We are really going to ask difficult questions here. We want to really dive in and get to the roots and understand what is motivating you to build this business, and what the challenges are, and what the things are that perhaps you're running away from. And we need to know that in order to craft the right message. And with this client in particular, we worked on what the target was that we needed to achieve was more revenue. They needed to make more money. But how much money? What is the right amount of money? That, depending on how much money they want to generate per month, will dictate how we go about creating content for them. They didn't have a specific figure. We looked at what they were doing currently, and I asked them what is a figure that would scare them a bit, that they didn't really see as feasible. I asked them, what about £5 a month? It's a nice round number. To them, it was quite daunting. How are they going to achieve that? As a single consultant, how is it that they can reach 5k a month? Based on what they were doing, they were nowhere near it. We dived into their business, got to know what it is that they're selling, the ticket price, and what is it that they're doing for their clients. And there was a few little items here and there. They were HR consultants, so where they were doing a lot of one-off like policy reviews here and new contracts for their employees there, their invoices were £100, £200 here and there. I asked them, have you got anything bigger? Have you got a package, some way in which you put a lot of these items together and do one big project for a client? Yes, they did actually. They had a startup package. It was for a new startup business owner. They make your business fully legally compliant in one package. It's all the documents you need, everything so that your business is legally compliant. There we go. We've got something there. It's a £1,500 package. If this business owner could do one of those a week, they've exceeded their £5 a month revenue goal. They weren't selling many of these. They weren't communicating to prospects that that's what they could do. And so with Pink Panda, what we created was a project all around that £1,500 package that they offer. We dived into who is going to be buying it, what is that person, what is it that they're pained with, and what is their connection with HR? How do they feel about it? How can we label that feeling for them and speak to them and be the authority that they then see as the go-to to solve the problem? And sure enough, that happened instantly. I was a new startup business owner and I went, that's exactly what I need. I need all the documents. I've got previous companies that I've owned, and it's like, well, I could take those and review them and try and think, I can't even be bothered to finish the sentence. Or I just go to you, who's got a startup package. And then I was on the phone to one of my best mates who's got a garden company, explaining that, oh, we've got a new client, we're working with a HR consultant. Yeah, we're going to work on this package. It's your business fully legally compliant in one package, problem solved. And his instant response on the phone was, hold up, who are they? What's their name? I need their details because I've got a few bits here and there, but there's no way that I'm legally compliant. I need to really review what I've got and have someone guide me in that. You can see how straight away it's speaking to people. When you say, oh, we're a HR, we do this and that and the other, honestly, we're all just going to start to think about nap time. But when you make the business fully legally compliant in one package, you're speaking to them. And that's how we gave them the confidence. We showed them that it's possible, it's achievable. And instead of having to run around doing £100 here, £200, if you imagine how many invoices you'd need to send, how many clients you'd have to work with, how many prospects you'd have to meet to reach £5,000. Whereas with this package, you can just meet with, if your closing rate's 50%, that's 2 prospects a week that you need to sit down with, close them on that. And if you really refine this system and understand what all the documents are and strategize it to be as efficient as possible, you'll be amazed at how many you can actually do a week. So that's how we gave the confidence for our client to hit that £5,000 a month target, and they're now on their way to achieving that in the future. If you've got some revenue targets, or if you don't even know what your targets could be and you want something that's going to be a little bit scary, challenging, or you want to see what could be challenging for you and what's actually possible, then let's have a conversation, get in touch, grab a coffee, and let's see what ambitions we can scare you with.